Scratch, record scratch. Nope, nope, nope. How can I write down I only accept success and sit here and feel defeated? No. What's up, multifaceted muses, and welcome back to the channel. Your girl, Melissa the Best, is sitting on top of one of my favorite rooftops in downtown LA called Hotel Perla. It is just a gem. It's a boutique hotel full of art explosions and it's giving Italian Renaissance. So, you know, I gotta be here. Full disclosure, this is probably like my third time trying to record this, basically because, you know, when you're Black, you're never really alone. You know the rest. Cue the footage. So this is off the record. Okay, somebody is in my frame because they just wanted to be famous. But here we go. Let's move us over. Also, in case you were wondering whether or not there was like, oh, this was the only area for him to sit. No, honey. Okay, when I tell you the rooftop is empty, it's empty. Also, you know what I realized, that when you are a magnetic being, people just want to be in your energy. It's like a moth to a flame. But damn, it was pretty wild. But anyway, I'm so glad you're here at this channel because let's get personal. It's going to be another off the record where I just let my thoughts run wild for a purpose always. This one is a rosé, please. Sparkling. Thank you. So this priorities. So this one is about getting in the room, okay? Now, for full context, I had applied sometime in August for a BIPOC women director workshop. I was so stoked about it. You couldn't tell me that I wasn't going to be in the room, okay? People were trying to make plans with me for the weekend. I was like, I'm sorry, I have a workshop. I hadn't heard anything back yet, but I knew in full faith I was going to be in that room. And I got dejected. For confirmation, rejected, okay? Let me see if this is still, okay. That was another thing I've been dealing with, like my storage. Anyway, but in any rejection, which is normal in the human trajectory, right? You have a choice. You can either sit in your rejection, or you can remember who you are and that your story of triumph is loading, and turn and alchemize that no into a yes. And that's what I did. Now, let me just say here, once you get to that level, you can say, okay, now how am I going to get to my yes? And it could be by, well, who is going to give me the yes? Who do I need to speak to get me that yes? Or it could be by being the most tenacious, audacious version of yourself. I'm not going to give you any spoilers about who I was, but I will tell you that I got into the room. Period. And when I got in the room, I was not only, you know, a bystander, I was an active participant. And so that's another lesson of, you know, when you receive the blessing that you've been working hard towards and praying for, manifesting, etc., how do you treat that blessing? Do you show appreciation for it? Do you put your all into it and multiply it? Or do you kind of just say, okay, well, I got here and that's it? No, keep going forward. So I decided to share this with you because, and I was on the fence about it because I am very emotional here and I am very open and vulnerable, but you know what, that's what the world needs more of. Sometimes we see somebody's highs and only the highs. We don't see the ways that we got. Sorry y'all, I got cut off, but I got my wine, my rosé, so cheers to us. But as I was saying, you know, sometimes you only see somebody's highs and never the valleys, and success is made in both. And you know what's so great about the valley is that each time you're successful in the next phase, you somebody don't want me to send this video, but I'm gonna make it, okay? Because the amount of interruptions I've received is crazy. Let me get away from the speaker so I can finish this. If it wasn't on film, you wouldn't believe me, I swear to you. So let me get back here. So as I was saying, listen, this is really off the record, okay? Anyway, bestie, I guess I'll just end this and say this, okay? When you get to the valley, each step is like staggered. So it's never like you plunging back down. You're just becoming better and better and better at the thing, right? So I'm going to finish this off because I don't want to be cut off by either the music or a person trying to be in my business or my storage situation. And I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the right place. I'm going to be looking at the camera. I'm learning, guys. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best, and that's all that we can ask, is be authentic and try our best. Anyway, I'm vulnerable here. I'm sharing with you because I know it's going to touch somebody, and we need more of this. We need more of realness. We need more of the true story. I think you got the point. I want to end this before any other interruption happens. And you know what I'm about to say. Listen, I got rejected. This year has been a year of a series of unimaginable events, and I'm just going to be I'm looking at the camera. I'm going to be honest. Right now, it's been incredibly difficult. Incredibly difficult. I have been saying that I feel like Anna Delvey.
He like already assumes I'm just scamming and conning and just like need to trick my way into anything.
Not because I'm being fraudulent, but because it takes a lot of strength to have to remember who you're being, and you know, what I call the 5D. You remember who you're truly being and becoming, while elements of your life in the past are still pulling at you. And so I recently applied to a pitch program that I just knew for sure that I made it. I knew for sure. I knew for sure. And I'm just opening this letter that basically said, hey, we think you were one of the strongest applicants out there. Thank you so much for submitting this. And unfortunately, no. Not immediately, no. But unfortunately, no. And this year, I've just been fighting a lot of these no's. A lot of these no's. I know my yes is coming. But it just feels like I'm constantly edging through life, and I just want the big thing, you know, like the big thing. So in full integrity and honesty, today I've just been very teary all day, but I've been like, okay, you cried, write it out. Like today in the back of my journal over lunch, I wrote like, I only accept success. Okay, I only accept success. And that's because I am successful and I am abundant and I think of infinite possibilities and I am flexible and can improvise. Success and abundance are my love languages. And the story of my triumph is loading. All of this is possible because of Jehovah, my faith, and me, right? Like, that's my book. And I wrote that repeatedly. And it you know, your faith can be tried, and it doesn't feel good. It just straight up doesn't feel good. So I'm saying this to you, Melissa. I am proud of you for putting such amazing effort and talent and love into everything you do. And I know that you're about to it's all gonna be for something. Don't get distracted. That's what I have to say. And if I decide to post this, I haven't decided. I hate crying on the internet, so I'm not even too sure if I will ever. But if I do decide to post this, I want to post this with the reminder to myself, but then I hope that it helps somebody out there. That when your story of triumph and testimonial is loading, that it is absolutely normal to feel alone. It's absolutely normal to feel like, am I doing the right thing? And second guessing yourself. And I'm going to say this, and this is not to toot my own horn, but I've always been a trailblazer. I've always been a person. Even if you look at my resume, you'll see that I've always been the person who's willing to try something for the first time. And that's a beautiful quality, and at the same time, it's pretty damn lonely. And so I just want to acknowledge that for myself. And again, if I do post this to anybody who is feeling this, it's not fun, it's not easy, and keep going. Because they can't beat you up. And I'm back. I'm back because I also want to say that on the positive side, you know, one of my last sessions with my therapist was pretty impactful, because she reminded me that the end goal is not the only goal, and the end goal is not the only win. The end goal is amazing, and it's also about who you were being and becoming to get you to that point, to even imagine, one, to even put yourself out there to get to the end goal. And also all the steps you did to make that happen. I don't know what I could have done differently, except maybe finding out about the program earlier and being one of the first applicants. But anyway, that doesn't matter. Like, the woulda, shoulda, couldas, I don't know. I don't know what I could have done differently, but all I know is that I'm proud of what I did and onward. So I have to continue thinking about who I'm being in all aspects, from the yeses and the nos. So I'm not happy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not happy, and I'm not being Polyanna. I'm just trying to be Anna Delvey, but maybe I shouldn't use her as an example. Well, she's pretty fly. I mean, you know what I do love about Anna Delvey? Her self-confidence. Her confidence is through the roof. Like, even now with her house arrest bracelet on, this woman, you can't tell her that she is not the it girl. I mean, she kind of is in certain, you know, it's a delicate issue. It's a real delicate issue. It's a very, very delicate issue. I'm just saying, like, wow. Anyway, I think we can all learn from different people. And the thing I would learn from Anna Delvey is to constantly be confident, despite what you're facing. Might be a hot take. Good night. Record scratch, record scratch, record scratch, record scratch. Nope, 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 nope. How can I write down I only accept success and sit here and feel defeated? No. How is that possible? No, so you know what I did? I got my mind right. I got my mind right. And I went and wrote to them, as one should. And I wrote, "Dear yada yada team, the pitch was a blast to create. I appreciate you taking the time to respond and acknowledging my work. Any attempt to at least make a case for myself, is there any accommodation that could be made for me and a few others whose hearts are burning to be there, especially given that mine was one of the strongest. Thanks for the shout." And if you don't believe my heart being on fire for this was me right after submitting my application a few nights ago. So I sat here and finished submitting my application for She Made It. It is a 3-day workshop in September, which I will be in. I will be seated there. I had on my director hat. And I submitted my application and my concept for a music video concept. I am hyped about it. I think it's so, it's just so fly. And then my last page is just creating magic is a habit. Let's do it together. Call me. Ring, ring, ring. Follow me on my link tree. Purr. How can they not accept me? I've been envisioning being in this room ever since I came across the application a few weeks ago and discovering the workshop. Envisioning and being excited for this. I believe in the power of possibility and that you'll never receive what you don't ask for. Here's me playing full out. Thank you for the opportunity and consideration. I look forward to hearing from you with gratitude. Melissa, the best. Come on. I can, you can, we can. That's my actual signature ending. But I also added this, a quote from a book, How to Fly a Horse. The most important thing creators do is work. The most important thing they don't do is quit. Oh, this is the camera. I'm not going to quit not finding the camera. I'm never going to quit not finding it. And I'm never going to quit on myself. You know why? Because the story of triumph is loading. All of this is possible because of Jehovah, my Sky Daddy, and my faith, and me. I only accept success. And that's because I am successful. And I am abundant. And I think of infinite possibilities. And I am flexible. And I can improvise. Success and abundance are my love languages. Good night for real. No bars. You remember that Rosé? Rosé-O-clock.